how long do you think would you say it took to like decompress and sort of readjust to that life? Because normally it doesn't happen very quickly. But did you find yourself settling back in well, or did it take time?
I've settled in well. I had, um, uh, yeah, I had been hired by GE. I had even GE knew I had a 2 year contract. They had made me an offer out of school, so so very quickly I was moving from the army to a GE job. And a day and time when financially you had to move, you had to you know you had to be employed. So that I think that played a major part in the readjustment because I was so busy getting into
Mm-hmm.
and then starting a new job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I guess going back to the public opinion that you talked about, how you said a lot of them act like the war wasn't going on. What was the sort of like? How was it your interaction with any sort of the public when you got back, discussing the Vietnam War with other people?
There was not a lot of discussion of the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm.
Um, again, most there were very few people who were touched by in that
Mm-hmm.
1967 time frame. Very few people who were touched by the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm.
So not a lot of discussion, not a lot of questions, not a lot of you know. It was just not a subject of common conversation. So yeah.
Interesting. Um, I guess since this is before most of the major protests and the anti-war sentiment sort of set in, what was the sort of general like idea perception of the military at the time with anyone you just like talked about it with, or just the public in general that you witnessed?
There was a lot of respect for the military. There was, you know, um, folks who served in the military. That was still a time when that was respected and appreciated. Uh, the change was coming from a combat zone
Mm-hmm.
to it was more just readjusting to those kind of it was later on in the late 60s, early 70s, when there was so much animosity.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't experience that, quite frankly. Yep.
So how was it going back home to see your wife and daughter?
I think the tough part was missing kind of missing the first year of my uh, uh, so
That's all right.
that was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah. Um, so I guess moving on from there, did you just go straight into working, and then you just where did you guys move to afterwards?
Um, so as I came back and started with GE, they had a terrific program. It was intended for engineers to kind of bridge, the technical part of it to the management. So it was a 3 year program. I rotated. Had a chance to be in Plainville, Connecticut. I was in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I was in Phoenix, Arizona. A wonderful, just a terrific
Yeah.
opportunity to see GE operations and they tied it to an evening program. So we had studies similar to a master's
Mm-hmm.
degree kind of program that went along
Mm-hmm.
with the actual working experience. So So yeah, that was I quickly settled back into and a really great experience with GE.